My name is Shah. I'm a landscape photographer, passionate adventurer, mountain biker, and a devoted conservationist. A few years ago, my freedom and independence was nearly taken away from doing what I love by becoming a carer for my special needs son. Since then, I've doubled the stakes of my mission to make nature and the outdoors an inseparable and fundamental part of every family. This has now become my project. So, if you have a dog or your family has a dog, you'll understand when you say, shall we go for a walk? Should we go outside? Do you want to go? WALK stands for walk. Anything to go outside, to go for a walk, anything to go for a run, and your dog jumps up, runs over to you, wags his tail, and is happy to be part of this excursion that you're going to take. And likewise, families, humans are the same, but not necessarily with the same enthusiasm do we jump up and say, right, let's go. Some of us do, but not everyone. But the dog certainly will, and this is the reason I want to talk about why it's so important that your dog gets to go outside along with you or your family. And therefore, here are my 5 reasons why your dog needs the outdoors as much as you do. My point number 1 is quite simple. Your dog needs exposure to fresh air, and so do you. Air quality in nature, in the wilderness, in a forest, in the woodlands is much, much better than the air quality indoors. This is a fact. No matter what your lifestyle is, so if you're an eco-friendly, green-friendly sort of lifestyler, there is no doubt that the toxins in the home far outweigh the toxins you will find in the air outside and in the outdoors. So exposure to nature and the outdoors reduces the amount of toxins in the body. This is true for yourself, but equally true for your dog. It's really important for the dog to be outside. They're bred to be outside. They are indeed wild, 99% of them are. So they need the exposure to nature. They need the air quality you find in nature. They need this wilderness and the wild and what the air quality will give them by being out there. And therefore, your dog needs exposure to fresh air daily. My point number 2 is that the outdoors provides exercise and helps with weight control. So do you ever find saying to yourself, oh, I feel my dog is gaining weight? The majority of this problem is from weight gain based around the dog lying around and sleeping in the house. And most of them will just lie around and sleep in the house simply out of boredom. You'll probably find yourself or your family or your children doing the same thing. If there isn't much to do and they're sitting around at home, they're probably on their mobile devices, on the laptop or in front of the television, just lying around and sitting there out of boredom. So this is a very, very crucial point, that you get outdoors to help yourselves and the dog to find some exercise and control weight. Obesity, as we all know, is a huge, huge problem in humans. But obesity can be equally lethal and lead to so many health problems in dogs. And this is a major problem. Speak to any vet, speak to any dog owner, speak to any expert in animal and obesity, and they will tell you the major problem with dogs gaining weight and being out of control in terms of their weight is because they're bored, they're lying around and sleeping all day indoors. So it's important that dogs get regular exercise, not just in your back garden or in the backyard or just on the street while you walk them for about 20 minutes, but it's important they get regular exercise through nature, through being out in the wilderness, in the outdoors, and getting fresh air and plenty of exercise running around the woods. Bearing in mind, some breeds require more outdoor exercise than others, so depending on the dog you have, you will have to provide that much more outdoor space for them to run around. And the best place to do that is parks, national parks, outdoors, woodlands, forests, for them to truly get that bit of exercise that they require through running around in the wild. Similarly, children are the same. Boys tend to require more energy burning exercise than girls do, for example. Younger kids seem to require more energy burning exercise than older kids do. But we all equally need that bit of exercise every day, every week. And the best way to find that is actually getting outdoors in nature to exercise your mind, body and soul, and help the dog exercise their mind, body and soul too. My point number 3 is that sunshine is a source of vitamin D for your dog. Sunshine is a very, very important source of natural vitamin D for your dog and for yourself. Just think about it. Dogs, like humans, need sunshine. There's no doubt about it. Our bodies, our mind, our soul requires sunshine, and that's why we sit out in the sunshine when we have the opportunity. That natural source of vitamin D is really important for every dog. Vitamin D is vital for bone health, and its regular attainment of this vitamin D is perfect for functioning of the body. It's important for functioning of the body. Similarly, in humans, vitamin D regulates and helps the body function better. Likewise, in dogs, it does the same. So, do you ever find that your dog looks for a sunny spot around the house and sits there sunbathing for long periods of time? This is a sign, it's a calling for more sunshine that your dog requires. And the best way to get that sunshine is by being outdoors in nature. There's plenty of fresh air there, combined with plenty of sunshine, especially in the spring, summer, autumn, and therefore that is a great opportunity for you to get outdoors in nature, just to give yourself and your dog that added natural source of vitamin D. My point number 4 is super important. My point number 4 is outdoors helps reduce anxiety, depression, and boredom. This is so true with dogs, and it's also true with humans. So, the outdoor stimulation is important in order to avoid certain types of behavior in humans, and it is known to avoid certain types of behavior in dogs. For example, aggressive behavior, awkward behavior. Dogs who are exposed to the outdoors and socialized less have these problems, which can increase over time if they're not remedied immediately. So it's important to remember that outdoor stimulation is important to avoid any aggressive and behavioral problems in dogs. And a good way is to actually look for these signs before you get to that anxiety level, that boredom level, that depression level in your dog. The signs are the dogs lying around, bored, holding onto a toy or a teddy bear and just walking around the house. Look out for weight gain. Are they gently but surely spiraling out of weight control? All these are sure telltale signs to let you know that your dog is actually going into boredom, into anxiety, into some kind of depression. And this is also true with humans. Boredom, anxiety, and depression can lead humans to spiral out of control and behave differently, and in many cases become very aggressive. So remember, anxious behavior is also a different type of sign, and this anxious behavior in dogs you will find in different environments, in different locations, in different situations. For example, if for a long period of time you haven't taken your dog out to your favorite coffee shop, then you might find them behaving in a different way. If for a prolonged period of time you haven't taken your dog out onto the streets for a walk, then you might find them behaving in a certain way. And once again, for a long period of time, if you have not taken your dog out into nature, into the wild, and into the forest or the woodlands, then you may see them retreating into an anxious behavior. And those are all signs that the dog is leading up towards anxiety, towards depression, through boredom of being in the house for too long. My point number 5 is important for humans and dogs. This is super important because we need this connection with Earth, this connection with Mother Nature. And therefore, my point number 5 is direct contact with the Earth is important to your dog's health as well as their happiness. Do you ever wonder of the reasons why dogs love to sniff through bushes, play in the dirt, roll in the grass? Apart from smells, of course. It is because they're attracted to Earth. They're attracted to Mother Nature. And it's their calling to connect with nature and Earth. They dig holes up in the ground, they roll around in the grass, they sniff through bushes, they try and climb up trees chasing squirrels. This is all part of their connection and the importance of Earth towards their happiness and towards their health. So if you see that your dog is low on energy, stressed out, or feeling lethargic around the house, it is because they're longing for this connection with Earth, this connection with Mother Nature, the connection with the nature and the bushes and the wild and the rivers and the lakes that we find in our wilderness. They are lacking that connection. And you will find, go out and help them through these natural spaces, let them run around, be themselves, and you will find their energy increases, their stress levels go away, and they become less lethargic when they're around the house. And this is super true with humans too. So get outdoors with your dog so they can happily connect with Earth to bring about a better healthy lifestyle and a better happiness lifestyle for themselves. So the long and short of it is playing with Earth in nature rejuvenates dogs and makes them happy. And therefore, if you point that towards yourself, you will find that playing in nature rejuvenates yourself and makes you happy too. Well, there you go. I hope that gives you plenty of reasons why your dog needs the outdoors as much as you do. And just to recap, my point number 1 was your dog needs exposure to fresh air. My point number 2, the outdoors provides exercise and helps with weight control. My point number 3, the sunshine is a source of vitamin D for your dog, valuable source of vitamin D for your dog. My point number 4, the outdoors helps reduce boredom, depression, and anxiety. My point number 5, Direct contact with the earth, with Mother Nature, is important to your dog's health and happiness. And likewise, every one of these 5 points is relevant for you, the dog's owner, and for your family to get outdoors and actually use the points to help yourselves better. So get outdoors, have some fun, and get healthier, feel happier, and just feel in control of your life a little bit more.